Hi, I'm Jim Knotts, President and CEO of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. Welcome to today's virtual reading of the names. 2022 marks the 40th anniversary of the dedication of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. As part of our commemoration, we'll host an in-person reading of the names at the wall from November 7th through 10th, 2022, when all 58,281 names on the wall will be read aloud. In the lead up to that event, we'll be reading names each day online while sharing the photos of these heroes. For our daily virtual reading, the names of the service members will be read by month and day of death between the years 1956 and 1975 in alphabetical order for the given day. We apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. Know that our readers are doing their best to honor these service members. We hope you'll listen and watch each day and share with others as we remember and honor those who gave their lives during the Vietnam War.
Joe Amos, Dale Harlan Amundsen, Juan Francisco Aranda, Francisco M. Asanama, John Mark Avery, Ronald Victor Baca, Gregory Joseph Bartkowski, Joe Harold Bass, Jim Glenn Bell Jr., Clyde James Bennett, James Harold Bennett Jr., Kenneth Michael Berblinger, John Vernon Berg, Nolan Eugene Black, David Craig Brannon, Clifford Gerald Burdett, Clyde Lee Roy Canada, Roger Eugene Carroll, Francis Joseph Casey, Richard Allen Caesar, Charles Christopher Child, Donald Alfred Christ, Grant Leroy Clark, Thomas Elmer Clark, Roger Dale Clark, Hardy Edward Cleveland, Larry Franklin Coggins, Ray Eugene Cohn, Michael Noble Coriel, Richard Allen Crawford, Larry Blaine Durst, Gerald Wilbert Durtka, Rodney Lee Eggleston, Gary Eugene Elford, Michael Marion Farley, Gerald Lee Feltner, Joseph Farrow, Reyes Cisneros Flores, Gerald Henry Forgu, Jackie Jr. Fulgham, Frank Andrew Gallardo, Jack Allen Garnes, Halen Foster Glenn, Harlan Lee Graham, Danny Michael Gray, Robert Millard Grosskost, David Arnold Hawkinson, Kenneth Gregory Hansen, Charles Francis Haynes, Maury William Hearn, Larry Emerson Hendrick, James Edward Heron, Marcos Hernandez, Ronald Anthony Hessman, Darrell Hogan, Perry Bernard Hopkins, Richard Wayne Horsley, James Van Howard, Raymond Lee Jansenius, Robert Patrick Jordan, Willie J. Kelly, George John Kendra, Michael William Kenter, Roger Joseph Kopke,
Dwight Willie Laws, Oscar Robert Laporte, William Charles Leggett, Douglas Hugh Lott, Jr., Ernie Robles Martinez, Gary Lee Matson, Danny Lee McDonald, Bruce Allen McNeil, Adelbert F. Mihelic IV, Kevin Eugene Moline, Robert Lee Muldrow, Merritt Lewis Murray, Aaron Caruso Murrell, John Paul Musick, Linza Norris, Carl Eugene Owens, Herbert Joseph Parzinski, Kenneth Ray Payne, Moses Placeres, Robert Francis Renshaw, Lawrence Francis Raymond, Gary Wayne Richardson, Emilio Rivera, Russell Joseph Rotko Jr., Robert Stephen Roosh, Robert Edward Ryan, Jr., Seymour Patrick Sadberry, Harold Henry Schock, Larry Edward Schwarz, James Michael Seelix, Philip Marion Sens, Richard Dennis Sharp, Marlon Lynn Siegwalt, Larry Stephen Slaymaker, Charles Warren Smith, Dennis Smith, David George Smithwick, Peter Bruce Stadden, Eugene Ricardo Tacte Jr., Donald Charles Tallman, James Howard Tomlinson Sr., Richard Eugene Turner, Wesley William Vermeesh, Lester Stanley Vess, James Lloyd Walker, Luther Burnett Ward, Jr., John Albert Warren, Wilmer J. Willingham, James Henry Wilson, Jr., John Edward Winters, Victor Robert Wooden, John Willie Woods, Jr., James Ned Woolley, David Frank Workman.